Hi, my name is Father Rayappa. I'm talking about Laudato Si, Pope Francis's encyclical on ecology and environment. I'm going to read paragraph number 21 from Laudato Si. Pope is discussing about pollution, waste, and throwaway culture. He talks about land pollution. What is a land pollution? Land pollution may be understood as the deterioration of the earth's land surfaces, often directly or indirectly as a result of man's activities. So you see the surface of the earth, and it is a deterioration, and everything is destroyed. There is so much of garbage and litter on the surface of the earth. They are the result of human activities. Humans, they are the cause. It is not some animals, elephant or giraffe, has done this disaster. It is caused by human factor. So that is the land pollution. It's a degradation of the land surface. So Pope is talking about it, and actually I want to read the paragraph number 21 from Laudato Si, and then I'll further explain what Pope is talking about in the paragraph number 21. So Pope writes as follows: account must also be taken of the pollution produced by residue, including dangerous waste present in different areas. Each year, hundreds of millions of tons of waste are generated. Much of it non-degradable, highly toxic and radioactive, from homes and businesses and from construction and demolition sites, from clinical, electronic and industrial sources. The earth, our home, is beginning to look more and more like an immense pile of filth. In many parts of the planet, the elderly lament that once beautiful landscapes are now covered with rubbish, industrial waste, and chemical produced products utilized in cities and agricultural areas can lead to bioaccumulation in the organisms of the local population, even when levels of toxins in those places are low. Frequently, no measures are taken until after people's health has been irreversibly affected. So Pope is writing every garbage system in the world. It is like highly toxic substances and radioactive materials, non-biodegradable waste. So these are the things, some of the things Pontiff is discussing on the paragraph number 21 of Laudato Si. And I want to talk about what kind of pollution today. How did we end up on land, so much of filth anyway? So actually, the first cause is increased in urbanization. Everybody wants to go to cities, and they want to abandon the villages. And so many people go to cities, and then there is not much space. And these people produce so much of waste, and they throw them out. Increased people in the cities, they don't care for their neighborhood. What they want is just to throw. So it's a throw-away culture. And they don't have a place to store all this waste in order to recycle later because there is no space there. So they just toss it on the road. And there is domestic waste. Waste generated in the houses, that is a huge problem. Every single day, tons and tons of domestic waste are dumped ranging from huge pieces of rubbish such as unused refrigerators and furniture and microwaves, old televisions, fish bones, animal bones, everything from the homes, they end up on the road or on the landfill as waste. And agricultural activities also do lot of, they generate waste. They use excessive pesticides and chemical fertilizers that causes soil contamination and prove harmful to the animal and plant life. And the pesticides, herbicides, and other uh, fossil fuels used in the agricultural sector, they contaminate soil. And a lot of waste from the agricultural products also being dumped on the soil, and there is a lot of garbage you can generate from the agricultural sector. And comes industrial activities. My God, so much of industries in India, and there is mining activities. When you do mining, there is the loosening of the soil, and there comes erosion. So industrial, they just think about profit making, nothing else. They don't care for ecosystems. They don't care for land, water, air. For them is money and the profit. So they put holes in the planet Earth and they leave. After finishing, after mining is over, they leave as it is, exposed to sun and rain, and that pit becomes a garbage dump and smell. So industry causes so much of pain, so much of suffering for the public, and they generate millions and millions tons of waste. And now there is a new concept, it's a technological waste or electronic waste. Pope is talking about it, all of that in the paragraph number 21 of Laudato Si. And computer parts, cell phones, old televisions that are worn out, and old machines, all of them are dumped on the land. Just check out landfills. These things can never be recycled. There is no microscopic bacteria that can break it into nutrients. No, they can't do that. So they remain forever on the landfill. So they are filling up. In some countries, those electronic waste is shipped to the poor countries. They are shipped. They come by ship to India, Bangladesh, to all the poor countries where they expect them to recycle it. So the poor countries, they have become like a landfills for the rich people, and they send toxic, radioactive waste to the poor countries, and that waste is destroying the ecosystems and water systems and forest delicate ecosystems. And every day the destruction is taking place in ecology and environment. And then comes deforestation. People deforest trees for land use, for agriculture. It's one of the major causes of loosening the soil. As long as forests are there, the soil is intact. When the rain comes, the soil is not exposed to the rain, wind, and the sun, and soil is safe under the branches of the trees. But once you deforest, the cover is destroyed. Now soil is exposed to wind, rain, and sun. And rain comes, there goes the soil, topsoil, soil erosion, and it causes tons and tons of good soil. That topsoil is eroded and taken to the rivers, and at last it ends up in the tree, in the sea. So there is an increased solid waste disposal. Most of the solid waste, like paper, plastic, containers, bottles, cans, and even used cars and electronic goods, are not disposed properly. I think we need to show care and concern to recycle and reuse, and let us not dump all the unwanted stuff on the soil, because good soil produces good food. Good food produces healthy living beings. So our health is connected to the soil. I think we need to show plenty of respect to the soil. That's what Pope is writing in Laudato Si, in the paragraph number 21. And stop throwing waste on land. Thank you.